All right, everyone, welcome to the next step on this is sort of a hybrid maintenance correction. Most of the car is in really perfect condition. I coated this thing several years ago, but again, this car doesn't get a whole heck of a lot of mileage on it. But I do have some water spotting. I really don't have any. I thought I had more marring than I do. But if you watch the latest decon, I decon soaped it. I guarantee you there's no iron, so I didn't iron remove it. I didn't want to stink up the garage. And I didn't clay it because there's no real heavy contamination. So what I'm going to do is I already taped off different sections. So I want to do the hood, I want to do the roof, and I want to do the top and a little sort of the trunk, the top of the trunk here, because there's some spotting. I don't even know if we could show you on camera. But there's just a little bit of imperfection that I'd like to clean up. Actually, this car is sold, and so I wanted to do this. I've been planning to do this forever, and I thought I would do the whole car, but I took a light down the side of it, and the whole side looks good, the coating's good, the glass is good. I just wanted to clean up the front clip, or at least the front hood, and you can probably see this here. So in this area, there's a few water spotting, which hopefully is just surface level on the coating. So the first thing I'm going to do, when you're dealing with water spots are really fickle. If you've been watching a long time, you saw me battle it on my previous E92. So I've got a water spot remover, and water spot removers generally don't take it all off. So what we're doing here with a water spot, essentially you have calcium or lime that has etched the coating and possibly worked its way down into the clear coat. Oftentimes a water spot will make it all the way through, especially if it doesn't come off the coating. And so these ones on the other side are a little bit deeper. And so what I'm going to do here, the way that you use the water spot remover, is that I'm going to spray it on a towel. You can spray it directly on the panel, allow 1 to 2 minutes to dwell. So we will put it on the panel. And so what you want to do with a water spot, and your hope is that the chemical, this will chemically break it down. Doesn't always work that way. So these spots, I'm pretty sure we're going to put a dent in it. The heck is that? We're going to put a dent in it with this, and then we're going to polish, and I'm not going to build up all kinds of heat, so I should be able to hopefully surface level remove whatever remaining water spot on the coating is there, and I can just go recoat it. So hopefully I won't need to do any heating or anything like that. What I've had to do with water spots in the past is I have an IR lamp, and I have to sort of recreate the conditions. I learned this from Jason Rose. You need to recreate the conditions that created the water spot. And so what can happen is you polish the crap out of your paint swells, and basically the pores of the paint swells up and then closes the loop or closes on itself, so you don't see the water spot, and then when it settles back down, the water spot comes back. And so what you need to do is heat the panel up to say like 120 degrees or so, and then polish, and then you can pull the coating out, or pull the water spot out. But the way to do it is chemically break it down, then polish. If that doesn't work, then you need to heat, then polish, and try to recreate the conditions that created the spot. So we're going to, it smells all right. Let's put a sprayer on this thing. We'll just use this for now. Something to mention, I just thought about it. I'm in this freaking awesome garage, and I was just talking to Mike saying, man, I really like being in this garage. It just feels good. Look, I don't have to move the cars around. I have room to get around it even when I'm polishing, because I've been polishing on a lift in my fancy studio. But just imagine that we built a garage like this for you. So the garage giveaway is live. Go to obsessedgarage.com. We have all kinds of cool stuff. This hat is one of the things that you could buy. We actually have things like titanium valve stems, spider code knives, all kinds of cool stuff. You can also do digital entry. It runs from July 15th to August 31st, and we're going to draw a winner and then go to somebody's house and change their life. So make sure to go check that out. So let's, what I'm gonna do, I think, let's just put this on the whole darn thing and we're gonna let it sit. I'm gonna try to keep it from drying. Just because I have some surface level water spots on the whole thing. So I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna do this. I'm just making this up as we go here, people, so. Just using my brain to come up with solutions here. So we'll do this. What you want with a water spot remover is it's hopefully eating chemically, it's eating the mineral deposit that's causing the spot. This is the spot that has the worst of it. So let's say I only had a water spot like right here, then I could just cover that spot. And we need to let it sit, not making a mess. I've yet to have a water spot remover actually remove a water spot, so in case you're wondering. I'm just doing this so that it makes sure that it spreads out. Let's do the same thing. So remember, the car's still coated right now. And then I want to do the trunk here, because the trunk has some spots on it. It's possible, and I could just do this right now and not have to do anything. This maintenance correction keeps getting less and less correcty as the time goes on here. All right, so that's about appropriate timing. Grab one of these guys. I've been playing with some of the microfiber madness towels again. This is the chipmunk. I'm gonna follow with some waterless wash on this. Let's see if it took any of these out. Yep, as I suspected, didn't do squat. Pretty typical. But theoretically, if we knock the top of the etching out, then we put ourselves in a little better position. This is just McKee's. So I guess it doesn't hurt to just do the initial trial of trying to get the crap off the paint with a water spot remover. But again, I am 100% successful at being unsuccessful at having that actually work. I've tried all kinds of fancy D-scale removers and all this crap, and it never once worked. So take that for what it's worth. Dang it. None of my tape is sticking because this whole freaking car is still coated. So you can choose to do that or not. Generally doesn't work. But we can feel good about checking it off the list. Didn't even do anything to this part. It's useless. Let's make a smeary mess. So now we can polish. And we hope that the polishing takes this crap off. So because the coating is holding up so well here, oh my gosh, let's make a mess. Gosh. Should have just done a test spot. So as I was saying, because the coating is still on here for sure, I'm gonna have to compound, so I'm not even gonna test spot it. I know that the perfect finish isn't gonna take it off, so we're gonna go right to just a couple of passes likely with microfiber and Jescar. I don't need to go more aggressive. So I got my little baby polisher arsenal here to work with. Got freaking crap everywhere in here. I'm waiting for my shelves. These hats are part of the giveaway too. Sick. I think this might be our best one. Get this thing out of here. I need to take this back because I don't need this thing. All right, so here's my polishing cabinet. Look at that, boom. Yeah, this doesn't frickin' do squat. So, a couple things are available in the store now. The Mirka 2.5 amp hour package is available. Comes with two 2.5 amp hour batteries. I would highly suggest you do that instead of the 5, because the 5 lasts longer, but the 2.5 lasts plenty. I think I've already got it pretty well charged. So I'm going to use the LE 1-inch on this. I don't know that I'm going to need the 1-inch, but I got the 1-inch here. And then the LE, which mine's pink because remember I polished the E30s with single stage. So it's normally stark white, but mine's pink. So this is the LE, what do they call the model of this thing? 5000 something or other. Or T4000. I need to get my nomenclature correct. And so this, if you're unfamiliar, this is a German engineered, Chinese manufactured polisher. Sebastian and Demo, represent this product. And Demo is my representative here in the US, my partner in the US on this. And then Sebastian and the mad scientists in Germany have made this sort of bespoke 15 millimeter orbit polisher. This is the version 1. I think we have a couple, actually by the time you're watching this, we probably don't have any version 1s left. Version 2 is coming, which has a detachable power cord, but otherwise it's pretty much the same thing. But it's a $210, $209 polisher. It's freaking wild. And it's fantastic. Like, I don't want to like it, but it is freaking good. And it has a 25-foot power cord, which is going to really help me in this garage. So I'm going to put it over here, I think. And I'm going to use this to polish the car because it's a pretty magical experience. So this is kind of the opposites here, and I have the $880 bad boy, and then the $210. But I hate to say this, I'm a Rupes fanboy. I like this thing better than the Rupes. All right, so I need microfiber, and so let's go white microfiber. I don't have any air compressor here, so I'm gonna end up loading up the pad and just using a couple more pads. And like I said, we're gonna do Jescar correction compound. Oh man, this is all fresh, new stuff. Maybe it's not new. I thought it was new. This one's new. Let's use the new one. So anyway, we're the exclusive distributor for LE stuff in North America. And we'll eventually have other retailers in North America, but currently, as we're building stock, we are the only ones that have it, and it's freaking good. Go watch the video with me and Sebastian. We'll put a link in the description. But you know me, I don't like cheap stuff. It takes a lot. God dang it, every time. It takes a lot to motivate me when it's cheap. But this isn't cheap. It just happens to be priced what it needs to be priced in order to exist. And that is a rarity. Dang, I really need an air compressor. I always like to blow out microfiber pads to start. So what I'm doing here is I'm not so concerned about correction on this particular car because it's really pretty perfect. I'm looking to remove the coating and hopefully any imperfections like the water spots or any little marring or anything like that, so that way I can just recoat it. So normally, if the car wasn't so dialed and I just wanted to perfect it, I would just polish the whole darn car and start over. You know, just take the coating off. I need to remove the coating, remove the imperfections, and have it ready to coat. Gosh, this thing is so smooth, man. And it's so flat. It doesn't want to tilt back, it stays flat. That's should be all I need to do, a couple of passes. Let's see. You can usually tell the coating is being removed by looking at the spot next to it. All right, sweet. So we certainly didn't polish aggressively enough to swell the paint, and so those water spots came right out. So I think you want to rule, even though the water spot remover doesn't really particularly work well. So see this line here? So that tells me that I'm pulling the coating off with that. I didn't get that spot. Those other little water spots came right out. So ruling out by doing the multiple steps, use the water spot remover first. I didn't tape. I'll probably just polish this whole thing here. But what you could do in a maintenance correction like this, where I don't want to remove the whole, I don't want to polish the fenders and all that, theoretically, if I recoated this and I brought the coating past the line that I polished, because I want to polish this top section here because it has a little bit of, you know, water spotting and just imperfections. So all I would do is coat past it. This would reject the new coating, but then whatever part when I remove the coating would accept it, you know, theoretically. It wouldn't really hurt anything. It's just that if you put, so if I went and put a coating on top of this, it would basically reject it, it wouldn't bond. And so if I have some overlap or underlap of polishing, then theoretically I could always just coat over top and fix it. And it'll just grab where it needs to grab and not where it doesn't need to. So I still have that one spot right there I need to work on. I want to treat that one with this little guy. So I don't love the LE 1-inch as much as I love the 5-inch. This is okay. That thing's pretty freaking great. Lock that on. I have the dual action version. Grab this little guy. A little Jescar. It's been a while since I've used Jescar. I've been using other stuff. So, see if I can get rid of that spot, which is right here. I'll smudge around it. That's the main reason why I'm polishing this whole car, is that one little spot. Shoot, batteries aren't charged. God dang it. So for the money, this thing's great, but it's not, this 1-inch is not a game changer like the 5-inch is. Got it? Got it. Good. So don't polish any more than you have to. So the simple solution here, since I don't have an air compressor here, should have ordered my Compact X. Just not 100% sure where I'm going to put it. Why do I still have one glove on? This is dumb. I just realized my hand is sweating. And see that very distinct coating line. So clearly, we're pulling the coating off and we're making this thing freaking perfect. Dang it. Idiot. I know better than that. The headlights are glass, so I didn't have to worry about taping them. Somebody's saying something about stalling. Like, if you're stalling this machine, you freaking suck at polishing. Because I could put a brand newbie on this sucker and be fine with it. I'm telling you, I wanted to hate this thing, and I just freaking can't. It's too good. So that's going to be my procedure. This makes me want to do the whole car. Dang it. Never start the polisher on a crack like that. Dang it, made a freaking mess. Idiot. Let me just pop the hood. Freaking stupid. Rookie move. Using the rookie polisher, that's what happens. I knew as soon as I started putting it down. And needs a little more time to dry. So I did hyper dressing. And then I'll just come and do the final wipe tomorrow when it's dried off. Wipe the excess. So see my line? This towel's toast now because I have freaking schmutz all over it. So that's how you know you're removing your coating. It looks like a polish line, but it's the coating line of where we polished. Man, that looks good. Nice. So that's what I'm going to do with the Jescar, and then we'll follow. So let's just let's treat this section here, and I'll kind of show you, because the procedure is going to be the same the whole way through the car. So what I would do next is I'm going to finish polish. So I have perfect finish, a yellow pad. Make sure, perfect finish. You really have to shake up. So again, normally you would want to do, I'm going to do the whole car, or at least do the whole section with Jescar. Oh yeah, something's not right here. It's a little watery. It's like it's separated. So if I'm daily driving this car and I have CSL XO, I'm going to do this once a year. So notice I'm not doing the same level of correcting that I did before. So just a couple of passes, just enough to get the coating removed and the surface level marring out of the way. And then I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to finish it out. So again, I wouldn't doing this for you guys on camera, but that's the finishing procedure. So I made a full, say three sets of passes on that, just to jewel it up, finish it up. I have to open the frickin' hood again. And we're restored. And so then from here, coat it. So that's what I'm going to do. So then from here, the next step in the correction is to do the finish is to not do, I'm not going to do ultra. I'm going to do this combination. CSL XO V5. That's the combo. And I'll do it with suede applicators and we're good to go. So I'll make a decision here as I work through the car on whether I just polish the whole darn thing. The sides look so good. I don't think I need to mess with it. Yeah. So I'll do this whole section with Jescar, whole section with Perfect Finish. Wipe the whole section down with CarPro Eraser. Then do the whole section CSL. Then I'll wait a day and I'll do XO-V5 on top of that. Single coat of each CSL and XO, and we're corrected. The wheel coating's still good and the wheels look good. Again, the sides of the car look good, all the trim looks good, the glass is still good. And so really I just wanted to clean up some of that marring, bug spotting, stuff like that. And then I'll theoretically have another couple of years of coating performance. If this was my daily driven car and it had a lot more miles on it, I would certainly just polish the whole thing, start fresh. Like if the car went through the winter or something like that, polish the whole thing, recoat it. And we can do that level of polishing, simple, because even though I'm using microfiber, I'm really not doing a lot of correcting. I'm just really just pulling the top layer of protection off and just barely touching the paint. And then the Perfect Finish is not removing a lot of paint. So I could probably do 30 of these type of corrections. So if I did it once a year, for 30 years, I should be in good shape, without removing too much clear coat, because I'm not removing as much as you do the very first time you do the full correction. So yeah, it's a sad day to see the old E36 go, but in normal fashion, pay it forward. Make the car, give the car to the next person the way that you would want the car to be given to you. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching. LE stuff is in the store and available. Depending on when you're watching this, it's either available or it's inbound. The Mirka, which I didn't use in this video, but the Mirka will change your life. And currently, we're the only place to get the 2.5 amp hour batteries. There's some weird online sites that have it, but they have it on their site, but they don't actually have it, and they never did. So at least that's what Mirka's been telling me. So you want the 2.5 amp hour battery because it makes the form factor a little smaller. And this is available in the OG store. So 2.5 amp hours, plenty. I mean, I can operate this thing for like 30 minutes straight with that battery, and you're fine. And you'll have two of them, so you just keep one on the charger and keep the other one on the machine, and you can work forever. Because notice the 3-inch, you're not using the whole car. You're swapping between machines. So anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Next car I'll be playing with is the Golf Blue GT3, which by the time you see this video, I probably have already messed with this thing. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.